Thank you for your comments and for your valuable contributions in the forum. We hope you enjoy the course. You will have ample time to complete our first 2 peer review assignments and the quizzes for week 2, 3 and 4. You can do so until the 5th of January before we start with part 3 of the course. Please check the course information page for the precise deadlines. Now let's move to some questions and remarks posted by you in our forum for week 1 and 2. Nilke Doorn will focus on the many hands problem and collective responsibility. And I will address a number of other issues now. First of all, I would like to go back to the poll in week 1. What was quite remarkable is that in the poll most of you opted for minimal risks and hazards and maximal possibilities for intervention. I would like to state here that risks are unavoidable, but that we have to find ways to deal with them. And this will be also the focus of part 3 of this MOOC, starting in January. To come back to our peer review assignment for week 2 about nuclear energy and shale gas, the question as to whether shale gas extraction in the Netherlands is desirable or not was a hot item in the media debate in the last weeks. Both proponents and opponents of shale gas extraction use arguments to refer to the same values, like environmental friendliness, safety, health, safeguarding supplies and welfare. Nonetheless, the debate has become polarized because these values are interpreted and applied differently. For example, everybody considers the safeguarding of supplies and the protection of the environment to be important, but opinions differ as to whether these values are threatened by shale gas extraction. And opponents say that the extraction of shale gas would require enormous quantities of clean water. Proponents counter this argument by pointing out that the use of water is not that great compared to the total industrial water consumption. Now, if we look at this moral dilemma from the perspective of responsible innovation, it is interesting to note that researchers are trying to find ways of reconciling the 2 opposing viewpoints in innovative methods for shale gas extraction that do not require the use of chemicals or large quantities of clean water. Some other issues. If you look at the forum, some of you argue that honesty, kindness, learning are also values, and that is correct. The list of values that we refer to in our video lectures, like safety, sustainability and privacy, is not exhaustive. Furthermore, there is a discussion in the forum that responsible innovation is more than technology. And to quote one of you, it is common knowledge that developing and emerging states still have safe and secure access to water, and it needs to be established, when in fact all technology are already existing that would enable everyone to have it at the turn of the tap. This could be more of a social, political and economic dilemma rather than a technological one, and that is correct. I would like to stress 2 things. First, it is very much true that this is in an important sense a socio-economic problem. It also involves institutions, regulation, incentive structures and our moral values. And in week 4 we will show you an example of frugal innovation with respect to water treatment in India, which addresses many of these aspects of socio-technical systems and responsible innovation. Now, about moral dilemmas. In the discussion forum we posted a question about the moral dilemma when it comes to improving safety of cars. One of the things here to bear in mind is that car safety may cause more harm to outsiders like pedestrians when there is an accident. And I would suggest that you look in the forum for more discussions about moral overload, including must-reads about robots, GMOs, autonomous cars and nuclear energy. We pinned these very interesting contributions and we invite you to join the debate. With some of these issues we will deal in part 3 and part 4 of the course. And to end, I would like to say a few things about emotions and standards. The notion that we should include emotions in our decision making was criticized by many of you. However, emotions are an expression of our values, like safety, and our concerns about the environment or the future of our children. So we have to take them into account, although emotions are not final justifications for our actions. And the same goes for standards, as argued by you in the forum. Standards are indeed very important. Standards include values like, for example, safety, and they are also crucial for interoperability. For example, without standards, no integration of renewables in the electricity grid is possible. Ibo van der Poel showed you how new technology may mean the need to develop new safety standards. So wish you good luck studying and all the best for 2015.